Steve, not the way we wanted to start 2025 at the Arctic Stadium. A 5-1 defeat to #United. Worst defeat this season and last season.
Yeah, but that's football. That's football. If you take Charlton out of it, you're right. Charlton beat us 6-1 here. We've got no God-given right to not concede goals. We pride ourselves on working hard, which we was lacking today. Credit to # and Jay. They come and done a job on us. And we're not going to get everything our own way. No football club will ever get it their own way for 90 minutes. And today, they just seemed, and it's going to happen in games, they seemed a little bit quicker to the first and second ball. They played the areas better than us, and they took their chance when they come along. This has been coming, not necessarily a heavy defeat, but a defeat has been coming over the last few weeks. We've seen it, but sometimes you can't stop it. It has to happen for you to reset and go again. And that's what I just said to the boys in there. It's our first defeat in 15 games. We're still a good side. We ain't going to lose faith and quality from our changing room for the one defeat. Every year or every season a team gets a hiding. We got it against Charlton, remember? So didn't get it in the league. We've got it today. We've got to lick our wounds and go again. I'm not going to cry over it. My job is to get us better in certain aspects that we should be, and the players to be better. And once we do that, we'll be fine again.
So better in certain aspects. That's 13 goals in the last 4 games. Is that something you're concerned about?
Yeah, no one wants to concede that many goals. What we was doing before, every time people were going against us scoring, we were scoring again. You know, the goalkeepers made a couple of good saves. But I don't take away the fact, # thoroughly deserved their win today, and by that margin as well, regardless if we've had a couple of chances from their keeper. But anything's a concern. You concede goals, you're always going to be concerned. I concede one, I'm concerned. We'll look at the video, we'll analyse it, we'll make sure that we get to the players the information, and hopefully we don't make the mistakes again. We will do. That's football. We will do. We're part-time footballers. We're not perfect, because if we were, we'd be playing at a higher level. But we've just got to lick our wounds. You know, today was a battering. Thanks for the fans for supporting us again, even 5-1 down. But that's what this club's about. You know, we as a club have been spoilt by riches over the last year and a half. And we haven't had a kick in the nuts like we had today. But we've had one. Now we've got to react to it. And I'm sure I've got enough in that changing room. The staff have got enough between us to go again and start another run. Because if we hadn't have gone 15 unbeaten, we wouldn't be sitting 4th now in the league. We are sitting 4th, and by 8 points or whatever, we're sitting 4th, deservedly. But we've got to react to what happened today and be better next week. And if we're better next week and pick up 3 points, we carry on again, try and get another run. This result's forgotten now. In terms of result, I'll analyse everything, like I said, but the result's gone. We can't do nothing about it. We're not going to get the 3 points back. We're not going to get the goal difference back. We've just got to try and learn and be better, and we will do.
How do you galvanise the troops? How do you pick them back up?
Tell them that they've had one defeat in 15. You know, if any team has one defeat in 15, you've got to have something about you. You know, as I said, we had a bad day at the office today. Not nice, the first game of the new year at home, but we didn't lose on New Year's Day. We won, and we lost today. This is part and parcel of football. I think that's 4 defeats this season. If anyone had said to me by this time at the start of the season you'd had 4 defeats, I'd have bit their hand off, because I knew we'd be where we are. You know, the players got to deserve credit for that. They will take it today. If any supporters want to talk to them and things like that, they'll take it, because they're open people. What they can't do is dwell on it. You know, we get back on the bike Tuesday at training, Thursday. Prepare for Bales, who have got a new management team, and I believe they got a good result today, which is going to be an extremely tough game. And we've just got to put our best foot forward and try and get 3 points. You know, there's no panic buttons being pressed. There can't be, because we're in an unbelievable position. But what I won't do is allow us to rest on our laurels and think that we've achieved something when we haven't halfway through the season. We've put a couple of 7-day approaches in for a couple of players, which I can talk to next Friday. And if that comes off, one of them comes off, great. And it'll only enhance our squad. You know, we've got a couple of injuries, but every team has injuries. And I listen to loads of people in interviews after, and it's fascinating, where they don't want to blame injuries, they don't want to blame suspensions, but they always come back to it. That had nothing to do. Whatever side I put out there today, we got beat comfortably by a better side. And on the day, they were better. They deserved their win. They get the 3 points, we get none, but we move on to Bowers next week.
And how do you prepare for Bowers?
Same as do for every game. I'm not going to change anything. Why do I need to change anything when we've lost 1 in 15? If I was to change it, then that's panic stations on my front. You know, if I'm to change the whole team and rejig the formation, that's panic stations. We ain't got to change nothing. What we've got to do is just keep doing what we're doing and just tighten up in a few areas. And that's not just the back line, it's everywhere. I thought their midfield were better than ours today. I thought that Freddie done well. I thought that we got a good few chances in the wide areas and didn't really put the balls in there. But yeah, people are going to suss out how we do things. But then in the first half, we need it to be better and more inventive. But that comes down to the players. You know, we give them a platform and a structure. But then there comes times where they've got to think for themselves, like running across the front of Freddie to pick balls up, running in behind Freddie, or midfielders hooking it on when it has to be hooked on rather than having a touch. So there's all bits that we can make better. We're not perfect, never going to be perfect. But what we are, we're a good, hard-working side. We're an honest side. We try our best every week with this football club, and it's proved it by where we are so far this season. Unexpectedly, by a lot of teams not realising what we can do and how we do things, and we'll go again. You know, I've never been one to cry over a defeat. It hurts, don't get me wrong, I'm not standing here saying that it don't hurt. It hurts me, it hurts the players, it hurts the staff. But the flip side of it, we've got a chance to redeem it by playing next week, and that's the best thing about it. If we finish the last game of the season on a 5-1 defeat, then that would hurt massively, because you've got another 2.5 months to wait until your next competitive game. We haven't. We've got 7 days. And that 7 days, we're going to be chomping at the bit. We're going to be hungry. We're going to have desire. All the cliches you want. And we're going to try and get 3 points at Bowers to keep our momentum and our top 5 status going. If it isn't to be, it isn't to be. We go again the following week. And that's how we look at it, this football club. We just got to keep grinding out the best things we can and work hard, and we'll see where we are at the end of the season.
You did touch on injuries. Matty went off holding, seemed to be his hamstring. No Sonny in the side, no sign of Denzel or Clem. Are there any updates on that?
Denzel's maybe a couple of weeks, Clem's a few weeks. Matty, we're not sure now. Sonny's 2 or 3 weeks, but I've got players I couldn't. If they were the only players I had to put out on the pitch today, we'd have had to call the game off because I ain't got a squad. I've got a squad. So the players that come in are good enough. And I feel sorry for them not playing, but there's no guarantee they're going to play every week. What it is, it's if they're doing the right stuff at the right time, they'll play. And like I say, for the fans, yeah, they're a few weeks away. But that ain't no reflection on the result today. The result today was the 11 out there. We didn't do enough. The ones that come on tried, but we still give ourselves a mountain to climb. And Hashtag were better than us all over the park today and deserved their win, and full credit to them.
Okay, well, thank you, Steve. We'll speak to you next week.
Cheers, thank you.